This is the 2024 Volvo XC90 B6 6-passenger ultimate trim package, and in this video we'll take a look at it inside and out. My name is Joko and welcome to Urban Auto Adventures. If you are new to the channel, I do interior and exterior detailed car videos of pretty much any make and model and trim package I can lay my hands on. And I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below if you enjoy these types of videos. It would help me grow the channel and you won't miss any future video uploads. Now, all of that being said, back to the 2024 Volvo XC90. Starting off with our hood design, we have a very classical Volvo style hood design here, leading towards the front fascia, the front face of our Volvo. Over here we have our Thor Hammer LED headlights with our LED daylight running lights. Right below them we have vents that end up here in the tire compartment to help cool down our brakes, of course, and right below the vents we have our LED fog lights. In the center we have this very nice, very sleek actually front grille design here, which is a hard plastic, but it also has these chrome plastic elements. Unfortunately, would have been much nicer if they were real metal. Right in the center we have our Volvo emblem with an integrated forward-facing camera, as well as more proximity sensors on our front bumper and a very bold and modern looking front spoiler. And thank you to Volvo here in Lisle, Illinois for lending me one of their vehicles so I can do a walk around video for you guys. I'll put a link to their website down in the description if you want to check them out. Now back to the video. Looking at it from the side, we can tell that the XC90 is actually a perfectly sized vehicle for an even larger family, even though it's only a 6-passenger vehicle. We have 195 inches in length, 79 inches wide, it's 70 inches tall, and it has a variable ground clearance between 7.4 inches to 9.4 inches. In a normal drive mode, it sits around 8.8 inches, but it can go as high as 9.4 inches. Moving on to our wheels, we have 21-inch wheels with our 8-spoke, two-tone color design aluminum rims, disc brakes in the front and in the back. We also have a air suspension. At the bottom of the car, we have a trim that's the same color as our body, and right above it, we have this high-gloss chrome-looking plastic trim here to add a little bit of an elegant style to the overall sleekness of the vehicle. Moving on to our side view mirrors, we have side view mirrors that are the same color as our body with an LED turn signal on the outside, a camera to help with the 360 view underneath. They're also power folding, auto dimming, and have blind spot detection. Next, we have our door handles, which are the same color as our body. Moving on to our trim around our windows, which is in this high gloss chrome trim, as you can see. And right on top of the vehicle, we have chrome looking roof rails. Moving towards the back of the vehicle, we are actually greeted with the classic Volvo design that we are also used to, with a few cosmetic tweaks here and there. Starting off at our top, we have our rear spoiler protruding above our trunk space a little bit with our LED brake light right here, a huge rear window with our rear window wiper, the Volvo emblem right here, a backup camera right underneath, the XC90 emblem on this side, and the B6 all-wheel drive emblem on this side. In case you didn't know, the B6 actually designates the powertrain configuration of the particular vehicle. We have the B, which stands for the mild hybrid system combined with an internal combustion engine that we'll talk about in a second, and the 6 stands for its performance level within the Volvo lineup. In combination, the B6 is a perfect balance between power as well as elegance and luxury. Moving forward, we have our LED taillights, which are reminiscent of our classical Volvo designs. Right below that, we have proximity sensors on our rear bumper, as well as this chrome plastic here on our rear bumper as well. And we don't see any exhaust pipes because they're hidden underneath the rear bumper. Now, if you want to open up the lift gate, you can do it obviously in several different ways. I will push on the rubberized button underneath here. And as you can see, we have an automatic lift gate. Now, even though we have the third row seats up, you can see that we have plenty of storage room here for our daily groceries and for even shorter trips with the family, of course, depending on how big your family is. But you get also an additional, a little bit inside storage here with this nice soft material on both sides. To the passenger side, you also get your first aid kit with a small compartment here to the side as well. You also get this rubberized protective cover that if you lift, you have this compartment underneath. This is where you have your spare tire and all the tools that you need to change your spare tire. Moreover, you have these very cool, elegant hooks that it says here 5 kilograms of maximum weight. on both sides, LED lights on both sides to illuminate the back space, and you also have a 12-volt outlet on the passenger side here if you want to connect like a portable fridge or something. And since we have an airbag suspension, you can actually also lower and raise the trunk space here with the push of a button by simply pushing on the buttons here to the side and holding it. Now, if you need more space and you want to put down the third row seats, you can do that simply by pulling on this lever here and letting the seat fall forward. And now this opens up even more room for you to store even larger items, or even take longer trips with the family or friends for that matter. Now let's go back to this here. I'll just push this to the side. If we put this up, you get this barricaded cover here that you can actually hang things. Honestly, I have no idea what you could possibly use this for, so if you know, let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. It's got hooks here and you can attach things so they're not moving, and if you don't need it, you can just put it down here and it's very incognito. Now, if you need even more space, you can also put down the second row seats. To do that, you simply go from this side, pull on the lever, pull on this lever, and now you have room for even more storage or even larger things if you need to transport them eventually. If you want to put everything back up, again, you got to do it manually, so you got to walk from both sides. Simply lift on the lever, raise the seat in its position, and raise the headrest. Do the same on this side. Raise the seat, raise the headrest. For our back seats, you reach over and you raise them like that. If you want to close the trunk space, all you do is you push and hold on the liftgate button, and it will close automatically. Under the hood of the 2024 Volvo XC90, we have a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that is combined with a 48-volt mild hybrid motor that also has the capabilities of regenerative braking, and also comes with a starter generator with 11 horsepower. In combination with the 8-speed Geartronic automatic transmission, as well as the all-wheel drive that comes with the XC90, we have a total power output of 295 horsepower or 310 pound-feet of torque. What you also want to know is where you put your windshield washer fluid, and it's sitting to the top of the engine bay compartment, completely out of the engine bay, so you don't spill any windshield washer fluid all over the engine. Now, the only thing that I noticed is the hood actually goes all the way up, and for short guys like me, I cannot reach the top of the hood, so I have to reach for this to close it. Sitting on the inside of the 2024 Volvo XC90, I must say you won't be disappointed at all. It comes with a ton of safety and convenience features that we'll take a look in a second, but this car is loaded with some advanced technology features as well. Whenever you turn the car off, it actually lowers the entire vehicle for easier exit and also for easier entrance. You can also access a lot of the features through your phone on an app that is, you gotta download through the Play Store. Cool thing, I found a nice Easter egg, the Swedish flag here on the side of the seat, which I think is a very nice touch. And you also have the Orforce Sweden emblem on our crystal gear shifter. You also get a ton of luxury materials on the inside, like Napa leather on our seats, ash wood on our dashboard, which is real wood by the way, with chrome accented trim around the dashboard here as well. I don't want to waste too much time just blabbering. Let's just jump and look at some of these features. Starting off with our passenger side, we have a fairly sized glove box compartment with a very nice soft felt material, and you also get a shelf in there if you want to store your sunglasses or whatever else you want to store. Right above the glove box, we have actual ashwood trim here on the dashboard with chrome trim, as well as leather with the light gray stitching, which is actually exclusive for this trim package, leading towards our 9-inch infotainment system right here in the center. And this is basically the brains of the entire operation of all the features inside your vehicle. The infotainment system is a Google-powered operating system, which means that you also get Google Maps as well as a Google Assistant. In addition to that, you also get the Google Play Store, and you can download a lot of apps through that store that are obviously available through that that store. At the bottom of the infotainment system, we have a button, which is your main menu button. This is also where our climate control unit is placed. And in the XC90, we have a 3-zone climate control unit. All you do is you push on the climate right here, and now you just swipe left and right to access each zone, and then you can adjust the temperature. You also have preconditioning, air purification, a ton of features. But if you want to go back, you simply push on the button right here. Right below that, we have buttons for our infotainment system controls, which are also a nice touch. And right here in the center, we have our center console. If you close the center console, we also have this very nice ashwood material on our center console, which is a very nice touch. You simply push this back, push this forward. It reveals a small storage compartment right here. We have a 12-volt outlet right here, a little bit more storage, 2 cup holders, our crystal design gear selector. It's also illuminated at night, which it's hard to see now. Right behind it, we have our push button park, as well as our engine start and stop button, which is not actually a button, but you turn it on and off by twisting it, which is very nice. Electronic park brake and engine auto start and stop. Right behind that, we have this very nice and comfortable leather covered armrest with our light stitching. If you open that up, you get even more storage here and 2 USB-C charging ports. For our driver, we get a heads-up display, a 12.3-inch in diagonal digital instrument cluster with an integrated map inside the digital instrument cluster, so you don't even have to look at your infotainment system. You can simply look straight down and keep your eyes on the road. We have a heated steering wheel with physical buttons on the steering wheel to control your infotainment system, as well as the voice-activated Google Assistant. Moving further down behind the steering wheel, we have our button for our lift gate, and right below that, we have a hidden storage compartment here that you can, I'm assuming you can also put your phone in here, which is, you know, very nice. We have these very nice and comfortable perforated Napa leather seats, which are also ventilated, heated. We have power adjustments, power side supports, power thigh extensions, and both seats are massaging. In addition to that, you also get 3 memories for the driver's side and 3 memories for the passenger side. Since this is the fully loaded model, like I said before, we have also a very nice premium sound system by Bowers and Wilkins, and we also have a very nice electronically controlled sunshade, which you simply swipe the motion right here. It opens up the sunshade, and if you swipe it again, you have a tilted and sliding moonroof. Moreover, we also have LED lights throughout the entire interior, and you control the LED lights by simply touching on the light. Sitting in the second row of the 2024 Volvo XC90, you are actually just as comfortable and feel just as luxurious as you are when sitting in the front. We still get plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom above us, and plenty of storage room around us. Since we have 2 captain chairs, we have a ton of room here actually in the middle for if you want to store stuff, or you can even probably sit down here. You also have storage in the form of these compartments inside the door, bottle holder inside the door, as well as these pocket nettings behind the driver and the passenger side. You also get these retractable sunscreens here in the door, and I really appreciate the fact that the hooks are actually faced towards you so that you hook it from the outside in instead of from the inside out like it is with most vehicles. Again, we get the ashwood trim on our door with our Bowers and Wilkins metal cover speakers, touch lights here in the back as well, and we also have a center console with our climate control integrated into it. And right below that, we have a cover with 2 USB-C charging ports, as well as additional storage with 2 cup holders. When it comes to our seats, we have these very nice and comfortable heated Napa leather seats, which you can adjust forward and backward. And if you want even more comfort, you can actually recline it. Just be mindful of the people sitting behind you so you don't squish anybody. Sitting in the third row of the XC90, I must say it's a little bit crowded, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I still had to move the seat, the captain chair in front of me a little bit forward so I can fit better and be more comfortable. With the captain chair moved all the way forward, I have now a good amount of leg room, and I have a sufficient amount of headroom here above me. Mind you, I'm 5'9", 5'10", so that should give you an idea of how much space you get here in the back. But since we have only 2 seats here in the third row, it does make it a little bit more comfortable. I wouldn't say it's comfortable for longer road trips. I would say for a daily driver, it's okay. For longer road trips, I don't think this is meant to be for adults, because if you're sitting comfortably in the second row, I can't imagine an adult sitting comfortably here in the third row, but for kids, it will be perfectly fine. You also get a cup holder on both sides here, and you get a nice hidden storage compartment here with this little trap door so that you can open it up and you can store stuff in here, and then you can simply close it, which is actually very convenient. Now, if there is no one sitting in the seat in front of you and you want to get out, you can either go in between the seats, since we have a ton of room actually between the seats, or you can simply pull on the lever, which will unlock the seat, and move it forward, and now you have a much more easier exit. And thank you for watching this far. Make sure that you hit the like, share, subscribe button down below if you don't want to miss any future video uploads. If you want to see more amazing car videos, hit the thumbnails right there, and I'll see you in our next one. Cheers.